Have you ever wondered how a city built entirely on coral reefs could have risen from the mists of time? Imagine a sprawling labyrinth of basalt islets and man-made canals, a place where legends of sorcery and ancient power still echo in the wind. Welcome to Nan Madol, often called the Venice of the Pacific, or even Pacific's Atlantis. Today, we journey into one of the most enigmatic ruins in the world, where every stone and channel whispers secrets of a long-forgotten civilization. Nestled off the eastern coast of Pompeii in the Federated States of Micronesia lies a city that defies the logic of modern engineering and puzzles archaeologists to this day. Nan Madol is not merely a ruin, it is a testament to the ingenuity, ambition, and mystery of its creators. In this video, we will delve deep into the origins, the construction, and the myriad unanswered questions that have given birth to legends and sparked debates among historians worldwide. You're watching History Unveiled. Today, prepare to embark on a journey that will take us from the shimmering blue waters of Micronesia to the heart of an ancient mystery that rivals the myths of Atlantis. The story of Nan Madol begins in a remote corner of the Pacific, where the waves crash against rugged shores and the coral reefs hide secrets of bygone eras. But where did it all begin? To understand Nan Madol, we must first explore its origins, both historical and mythological. Nan Madol is situated on the eastern edge of the island of Pompeii, one of the 4 states that make up the Federated States of Micronesia. The site covers nearly 6 square kilometers and is composed of roughly 92 artificial islets constructed from basalt and coral. These islets form a series of interconnected platforms and canals, creating a unique urban landscape that seems to float on water. The very location of Nan Madol, built on a narrow lagoon along a rugged coastline, raises fundamental questions. Why here? What strategic, cultural, or spiritual significance did this isolated spot hold for its builders? Some researchers suggest that its location was chosen for defensive purposes, while others argue it held deep religious or astronomical importance. Dating back as far as the first few centuries AD, the history of Nan Madol spans nearly a millennium. Most scholars agree that the heyday of this mysterious city occurred between 1100 and 1600 AD, under the rule of the Saudeleur Dynasty. This era marked the transformation of the region from small, dispersed settlements into a centralized polity with complex social, political, and religious structures. But while history provides us with dates and rulers, the origins of Nan Madol remain steeped in mystery. Was it the brainchild of a visionary leader or the culmination of millennia of cultural evolution? The scarcity of written records leaves us with tantalizing clues and a heavy dose of speculation. No discussion of Nan Madol would be complete without exploring the rich tapestry of myths and legends woven around it. According to local oral traditions, the construction of Nan Madol was no ordinary feat. It was an act of divine intervention. One popular legend tells of twin sorcerers, guided by otherworldly forces, who arrived from distant lands to create this mystical city as a seat of power and magic. These legends, passed down through generations, imbue Nan Madol with an aura of enchantment. They hint at a society where spiritual authority and political power were inextricably linked, a civilization that may have believed its rulers were divine or touched by supernatural forces. The interplay between myth and fact here deepens the mystery, leaving modern researchers grappling with questions that have no easy answers. One of the most astounding aspects of Nan Madol is its architecture. When you gaze upon these colossal stone structures, you cannot help but wonder, how were they built? The answer lies in the ingenious engineering methods employed by an ancient people who, without modern technology, managed to create a city that has withstood the test of time. Nan Madol is comprised of nearly 100 artificial islets, each carefully arranged in a grid-like pattern and interconnected by an intricate network of canals. This layout is not random, it reflects a sophisticated understanding of urban planning and cosmology. Many of the islets appear to have been designed as platforms for temples, residences, and even burial sites. The canals themselves are a marvel. Some stretch for more than 10 kilometers, functioning not only as transportation routes but also as symbolic channels that represent cosmic order and the flow of energy. The precise alignment of these channels with celestial bodies suggests that the builders of Nan Madol may have had a sophisticated grasp of astronomy. Perhaps the most baffling element of Nan Madol is its construction material, basalt. Basalt is an extremely hard, volcanic rock, and yet, the ancient builders managed to quarry, shape, and transport massive basalt columns from distant quarries, sometimes weighing several tons each, over long distances to their final resting places in the city. How did they do it? With no modern machinery, no cranes, and no iron tools, the feat of moving and precisely placing these massive stones remains one of the greatest unsolved engineering puzzles of the ancient world. Some theories propose the use of wooden rollers, while others suggest that ingenious methods of watercraft navigation along the canals played a role. Despite decades of research, a definitive answer still eludes historians and archaeologists alike. The very design of Nan Madol appears to be imbued with symbolism. The islets and canals are thought to represent not only the physical realm but also a metaphysical space where the mortal and divine intersect. Many scholars believe that the layout of Nan Madol was deliberately designed to mirror the cosmology of its builders, a physical manifestation of their spiritual beliefs. This duality, of function and symbolism, raises profound questions about the society that built Nan Madol. Were they merely constructing a royal seat, or were they creating a sacred space designed to connect with the cosmos? The answer may lie hidden in the interplay between the physical ruins and the myths that have grown around them. Despite the many theories and extensive research, the construction of Nan Madol remains one of the most enduring mysteries of the ancient world. Let's delve into some of the most perplexing questions that continue to fuel scholarly debate. One of the first questions is, where did the basalt come from? Research indicates that the basalt was quarried from distant locations, yet transporting these heavy stones across water, sometimes over several kilometers, poses a significant logistical challenge. How did the builders manage to navigate these obstacles with such precision and efficiency? Some archaeologists hypothesize that the builders used a combination of wooden rollers, sledges, and the natural buoyancy of water to ferry the stones along the canals. Others propose that they may have harnessed the tides and currents in ways that modern science is only beginning to understand. Each hypothesis, while fascinating, leaves us with more questions than answers. Building such a monumental city would have required an immense labor force and a highly organized society. The Saudeleur Dynasty, believed to have ruled the region for several centuries, is often credited with overseeing the construction and administration of Nan Madol. But what do we really know about them? Historical records are sparse, and much of what we know comes from oral traditions and later accounts recorded by European explorers. The Saudeleur rulers were said to possess divine authority, their power legitimized by the belief that they were chosen by the gods. This divine status might have allowed them to mobilize and command a vast workforce, dedicated to creating a city that was as much a symbol of spiritual might as it was of political power. If Nan Madol was such a thriving center of power, why was it eventually abandoned? The decline of Nan Madol is as enigmatic as its construction. Several theories have been put forward: internal strife, ecological collapse, overexploitation of resources, or even natural disasters. There is also the possibility that shifts in religious or political paradigms rendered the city obsolete. While archaeological evidence points to gradual decay and disuse, the exact reasons remain a matter of debate. Was it the inevitable consequence of a once great civilization's hubris, or did external forces, perhaps even climatic changes, force its hand? The unanswered questions continue to intrigue researchers, making Nan Madol one of the most compelling archaeological puzzles of our time. Beyond the tangible evidence of stone and water, Nan Madol exists in the realm of myth and legend. Local lore speaks of curses, divine interventions, and mystical forces at work. These stories, while not always supported by empirical evidence, offer a glimpse into the cultural psyche of the people who once inhabited this mysterious city. One of the most enduring legends is that of the twin sorcerers, mysterious figures said to have arrived from distant lands, bringing with them arcane knowledge and supernatural power. According to local myth, these sorcerers were responsible for the design and construction of Nan Madol, using magical means to levitate massive stones and align the city with celestial bodies. While modern archaeologists prefer tangible evidence over enchanted narratives, these legends serve an important function. They provide context to the society's worldview, one in which the divine and the mortal coexisted, and where extraordinary feats were often attributed to supernatural intervention. Whether or not these tales hold any historical truth, they underscore the profound impact Nan Madol had on the cultural memory of the region. Nan Madol was more than a royal capital. It was a sacred space where the realms of the living and the divine intersected. Many believe that the layout of the city was designed to mirror the cosmos, reflecting celestial patterns and aligning with significant astronomical events. This cosmological aspect suggests that the builders not only engineered a functional urban center but also created a living representation of their spiritual beliefs. Such ideas are not unique to Nan Madol. Across the world, from Stonehenge to the pyramids of Egypt, ancient societies integrated their architectural projects with the cosmos. Yet, the precision and intent seen at Nan Madol remain unparalleled in the Pacific region. The possibility that this city was designed as a microcosm of the universe invites us to consider how our ancestors perceived their place in the grand tapestry of existence. To fully grasp the story of Nan Madol, we must trace its evolution, from its mysterious origins through a period of flourishing power to its eventual decline and abandonment. The earliest evidence of human activity on Pompeii dates back several millennia. However, it was around the first few centuries AD that the foundations of what would later become Nan Madol began to take shape. Early settlers, drawn by the rich marine environment and the natural protection offered by the lagoon, established small communities along the coast. Over time, these communities coalesced, forming the rudiments of a society that would eventually evolve into a complex civilization. As the community grew, so did its ambition. The construction of the initial stone platform set the stage for something extraordinary, a planned urban center that defied conventional architectural practices. This phase marked the beginning of what we now recognize as Nan Madol, laying down a legacy that would captivate future generations. By around 1100 AD, Nan Madol had emerged as the epicenter of a powerful kingdom under the rule of the Saudeleur Dynasty. This period was characterized by rapid expansion, centralized administration, and a flourishing of art, architecture, and trade. The Saudeleur rulers, considered divine or semi-divine figures, used Nan Madol as their political and ceremonial heart. Under the Saudeleur, the construction of Nan Madol reached its zenith. Monumental palaces, temples, and ceremonial platforms were erected, each reflecting the dynasty's power and their purported connection to the divine. The deliberate and meticulous design of the city hinted at a society that placed a high value on order, symbolism, and cosmic harmony. As with many great civilizations, the era of Nan Madol's dominance eventually came to an end. By the 16th century, the once mighty Saudeleur dynasty had begun to crumble. Several theories attempt to explain this decline. Internal conflicts, overextension of resources, environmental changes, or even external pressures from emerging rival groups. What remains clear is that Nan Madol was gradually abandoned, leaving behind a labyrinth of ruins and a legacy shrouded in mystery. The disappearance of Nan Madol as a living city only deepened the enigma. Once a vibrant center of power and culture, it transformed into a silent monument, a reminder of human ingenuity, the passage of time, and the fragile nature of civilization itself. While the mysteries of Nan Madol have fascinated explorers for centuries, it is only in recent decades that modern technology has begun to peel back the layers of its past. Archaeologists, historians, and even engineers are working together to unlock the secrets of its construction and the society that built it. Technological breakthroughs have revolutionized the study of ancient sites, and Nan Madol is no exception. Researchers now employ advanced tools such as LiDAR, ground-penetrating radar, and underwater sonar mapping to gain a clearer picture of the site's layout and the techniques used in its construction. These technologies have revealed details that were previously hidden beneath layers of vegetation and sediment. Complex structural patterns, intricate drainage systems, and even evidence of repairs and modifications over centuries are now coming to light, adding new layers of understanding to this ancient marvel. The study of Nan Madol has evolved into an interdisciplinary endeavor, drawing expertise from fields as diverse as geology, anthropology, engineering, and even astronomy. Each discipline contributes its perspective, building a more comprehensive picture of how the city was built and why it fell. For instance, geologists are examining the properties of the basalt stones to understand the quarrying process, while anthropologists analyze local myths to trace cultural influences. Meanwhile, engineers are testing experimental reconstructions of ancient transport methods, attempting to replicate the movement of colossal stone blocks using only ancient techniques. Each breakthrough brings us one step closer to unraveling the enigma, yet every answer seems to give rise to even more questions. Nan Madol's influence extends far beyond the academic realm. For the people of Pompeii, it is a sacred site, an enduring symbol of their heritage, identity, and connection to the past. At the same time, the ruins have captured the imagination of people worldwide, cementing Nan Madol's place as one of the great enigmas of ancient civilization. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Nan Madol not only serves as a reminder of human creativity but also underscores the importance of preserving our global cultural heritage. As modern scientists continue their investigations, they work in tandem with local communities to protect and honor this irreplaceable link to our collective past. Often dubbed Pacific's Atlantis, Nan Madol has earned comparisons to the legendary lost city described by Plato. While the myth of Atlantis speaks of a once glorious civilization swallowed by the sea, Nan Madol stands as a tangible, albeit enigmatic, counterpart. But how do these tales intersect? The myth of Atlantis has fascinated historians, writers, and dreamers for centuries, a fabled island of unparalleled beauty, advanced technology, and mysterious downfall. Like Atlantis, Nan Madol is a city of water and stone, an urban marvel seemingly suspended between myth and reality. Both legends speak to the heights of human achievement and the inevitable decay that follows hubris and time. While there is no direct evidence linking the two, the similarities in their stories ignite the imagination. Nan Madol's intricate canals and massive stone structures evoke the grandeur of a civilization that, like Atlantis, seemed to command both natural and supernatural forces. These parallels continue to inspire writers, filmmakers, and researchers who seek to understand the universal appeal of lost civilizations. Many scholars caution against drawing too direct a parallel between Nan Madol and Atlantis. They stress that while both narratives share common themes, mystery, advanced engineering, and eventual abandonment, each must be understood within its own cultural and historical context. Nan Madol is a product of the Pacific, deeply intertwined with the local environment, spiritual beliefs, and the dynamic interplay between man and nature. Nevertheless, the enduring comparison has helped keep global interest in Nan Madol alive, prompting further research and countless imaginative retellings of its story. Whether you view Nan Madol as a historical marvel or a modern echo of Atlantis, there's no denying that its legacy continues to captivate our collective imagination. Even after decades of intensive study, Nan Madol remains shrouded in unanswered questions. Each new discovery seems to unveil additional layers of mystery, challenging our conventional understanding of ancient engineering and societal organization. Perhaps the most persistent puzzle is how the ancient builders transported the enormous basalt columns from remote quarries to the site of Nan Madol. Without the benefits of modern machinery, the methods employed must have been both ingenious and labor-intensive. Some theories suggest that the builders used wooden rollers, carefully constructed rafts, and even coordinated the natural tidal forces to aid in transportation. Yet, despite these hypotheses, a definitive explanation remains elusive. While many scholars agree that Nan Madol served as the ceremonial and political center for the Saudeleur Dynasty, its full range of functions remains uncertain. Was it merely a royal palace complex, or did it also serve as a hub for trade, religion, and cultural exchange? The answer is likely multifaceted, a convergence of political power, spiritual symbolism, and strategic utility that defies a single explanation. Perhaps the most poignant question is why a city built with such ambition and precision was eventually abandoned. Some theories point to internal strife and the downfall of the Saudeleur Dynasty, while others suggest environmental factors or shifting religious paradigms. The gradual decay of Nan Madol might well reflect the inevitable consequences of a civilization that pushed its resources to the brink, or it might hint at external forces that remain unknown. Nan Madol stands as a timeless monument, a reminder of human ingenuity and the relentless passage of time. As we ponder over the massive basalt columns and the winding canals, we are compelled to reflect on the transient nature of even the most glorious achievements. The city's silent stones speak of a time when human ambition reached for the heavens, when every block was a labor of love, faith, and aspiration. The mysteries of Nan Madol invite us to consider our own place in history. How much do we really know about the people who came before us? What secrets lie buried beneath the rubble of our modern world? In exploring Nan Madol, we are reminded that the story of human civilization is not linear but a tapestry of triumphs, tragedies, and enigmas that continue to challenge and inspire us. As we come to the end of our journey through Nan Madol, one thing is abundantly clear. This ancient city is far more than just a collection of ruins. It is a living testament to the power of human creativity and the inexorable pull of mystery. Nan Madol beckons us to explore, to question, and to marvel at a civilization that, despite the passage of time, still speaks to us across the ages. Let's delve a bit deeper into some of the nuanced aspects that make Nan Madol such a compelling subject for historians and archaeologists alike. Across the Pacific, various cultures have left behind impressive architectural feats, from the stone temples of Easter Island to the intricate High of Hawaii. Yet, Nan Madol is in a class of its own. Unlike these other sites, which were often built on solid ground, Nan Madol's entire infrastructure floats on water, a fact that not only highlights the advanced engineering skills of its builders but also speaks to a unique cultural relationship with the ocean. This unique adaptation to the island environment raises questions about how geography influences cultural development. The builders of Nan Madol transformed a challenging landscape into a thriving urban center, harnessing the natural forces of the ocean to create a network of canals that facilitated both transport and ritual practice. Religion and ritual were at the heart of many ancient societies, and Nan Madol was no exception. The structures on the site are believed to have served not only as political and administrative centers but also as sacred spaces where the divine was invoked. Some of the stone platforms may have functioned as altars or ceremonial stages, where rituals were performed to ensure the favor of the gods or to mark important calendrical events. Recent studies suggest that the layout of Nan Madol was intentionally designed to reflect cosmic cycles, with certain structures aligning with the solstices and equinoxes. This celestial connection hints at a society that not only revered nature but also understood the intricate patterns that govern our world. Building a city of such magnitude required careful management of local resources. Archaeologists are now exploring how the inhabitants of Nan Madol might have balanced the demands of urban construction with the limitations imposed by their island environment. Was there evidence of environmental degradation? How did the builders ensure a steady supply of food, water, and raw materials? Understanding these aspects not only enriches our knowledge of Nan Madol but also provides lessons for modern sustainability practices. The story of Nan Madol is, in many ways, a microcosm of the eternal dance between human ambition and nature's limits. Despite the many advances in our understanding of Nan Madol, each new discovery opens up even more avenues for exploration. Future research, perhaps involving even more sophisticated imaging techniques or underwater archaeology, promises to shed further light on the construction methods and cultural practices of this enigmatic civilization. The excitement is palpable in academic circles, as each stone unturned may hold the key to answers that have eluded us for centuries. For enthusiasts and scholars alike, Nan Madol is not a closed chapter but a continuing story, a narrative that invites us to explore, to question, and ultimately, to marvel at the ingenuity of our forebears. Whether you are an armchair historian, an intrepid explorer, or simply a seeker of the extraordinary, Nan Madol offers an endless source of wonder. Its story, filled with unanswered questions, remarkable feats, and the enduring legacy of a bygone era, challenges us to look beyond the surface and to embrace the unknown. As we wrap up today's deep dive into the ruins of Nan Madol, I invite you to share your thoughts. What mysteries do you find most compelling about this ancient city? Do you lean towards the theory of ingenious ancient engineering, or do you think supernatural forces played a role? Your comments and discussions help keep the spirit of inquiry alive. Remember, history is not just about the past, it's a living dialogue that connects us with those who came before us. Every discovery, every theory, and every unanswered question adds a new thread to the rich tapestry of our shared human story. So, if you enjoyed this exploration, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode of History Unveiled. Thank you for joining me on this exploration into one of the Pacific's greatest mysteries. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the enigmatic world of Nan Madol, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think is the greatest mystery of Nan Madol? Could modern technology one day unravel the secrets of its construction? I'd love to hear your theories.